Nothing. I can't figure out what I can't figure out what you sent us over to the TV. Sent me over to the TV for. You sent me over in the middle of saying that it's that you've done something really cool that has to do with things that line up in nonlinear ways, and every day or couple days it's like we figure it out or something, and no one we don't know who's in your thing and who isn't, or what the topic is at any given time, but you sort of direct people to things, and you wouldn't if you told someone that was happening. But we don't know who's in your thing. Fine. But when you send me over, it's like. I mean, I'll tell. Fine. I'll tell you what I think. You sent me over. I said, look, this is the day. I said it's obvious that this is the day. Like you're talking about. There's only more reality. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I mean, I said you're having an objective. We're having an objectivist day. We did the. We are. Let's just leave it at that. We're having an objectivist day. And the thing is, right? You sent me in, right? And there was a guy in prison with a green hat. Well, this is that. I mean, let me tell you something. The what is going on at the universities and such. I mean, where people. I mean, anyone with. I mean, we're not gonna get to we're not gonna get any. We're not gonna get any more like innovation. Let me put it this way: all these people interested in like green technology and like you know or for that matter, bringing them, cells out of poverty and making millions of dollars. It's another thing that's green is dollars. Um, if people continue to say that like that there's no objective reality and that you can't know it. Okay, like in other words, if whoever this is like controls all the it controls all the universities, if they are not educating people to understand that there's that not only is there an objective reality, but you can know what it is and you can reach certainty about things, um, then and they're not helping people to understand that we're certainly not educating anyone in a way that would lead to you know there being any. I mean, how can I mean? I'll put it this way: when we were doing our like movie, metaphor thing, and we went to the Sylvester Stallone movie, and there was the guy who I said, "Oh, well, that's the sort of like that's the like Ayn Rand character." He's a black guy who says like it's my world and says that thing about like I don't trust anyone who doesn't care enough about money. Like right now, what's going on is you've got all kinds of people posing as educated people in the universities and things who are telling people that things like it's wrong to like want to make a lot of money. They're telling, what's amazing is they're telling that to like African American people who it's like their first opportunity to get to go to college, and they're being told that there's something like wrong with making a lot of money or capitalism. They're being told that. They're being told that by people of limited intelligence who aren't really political in any serious sense. They're going to be telling the first and telling the first generation of the sons and daughters of the black millionaires who are retiring, that there's something, money's bad and making money's bad and selfishness is bad and things like that. And don't you're supposed to I don't know what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed. They're telling people. Let me tell you something. Another way in which like black people are being harmed at this time is that they're being educated by people who like perceive themselves to be, I don't know, like about to overthrow capitalism or something. There are people like that. They wake up in the morning saying, "Hey, maybe today's the day we overthrow capitalism," and then they go to bed depressed. But they're teaching that to the people who have finally gotten the opportunity to go to the university who are African American, and they're going to learn there's something wrong with like making a lot of money, and there's something wrong with like being selfish. Well, we won't get any black. All the black geniuses are. We're going to be in a bad situation with what they're doing to their minds. That they're not teaching them about. They're just not teaching them about objective reality, and they're spouting off a bunch of shit that maybe the like, satanic spawn of the baby boom people like to hear. Money's bad, selfishness is bad, making money's bad. You have to do everything in sort of the group, or like make decisions. Like, you can't just. I actually don't really want to talk about it anymore. It's upsetting to talk about what the way in which they're educating people, particularly the harm that's going to come to black people.